It's like your body shows you the way, the earth shows you the way.
That's awesome.
It's a totally different space.
Totally.
And then, yeah, so, and then obviously when you're then making a dis-ease in your body, what is a dis-ease? I mean, the word itself already says it. You're not at ease with your body, with your life. So a dis-ease, how often would that be a sign from your body? Okay, have a look at this, be present. Yeah. Who does it belong to? Is it mine? Or should I just return it to sender? What is it? What do I do with it? Can I change it? And if so, what is the next step?
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Relationships Done Different podcast. I am your I'm your host today, Becky Vannes, and I am lucky enough to speak to my amazing friend, Chrissy Dorn. Today. Yeah. And Chrissy, you're also a Relationship Done Different facilitator.
Yes, I'm very proud of that. I'm very honored about it, but most certainly very proud of it. It's what a topic, huh?
What a topic. What an amazing topic. And speaking of topics, today we're going to talk about relationships with body, your relationship with your body.
Yes.
So let's jump in. So Chrissy, so for people maybe that are just finding this and they're like, what do you mean relationship with my body? What's that? How do I have one?
Do you know that space? You know that space between your ears? It's mind.
Yeah.
It's like when you're not having a relationship with your body, all you decide is from between what you have in your ears, and you don't even ask your body what your body requires. And I really had to learn it the hard way. Let's jump right in. I've had more than 10 operations in my life. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bionic woman. I have 3 artificial hips because I did not take care of my body. And after an accident, it dislocated, whatever. And I remember this one time where I did a sort of a driving test. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go skiing. Straight after that, the driving test was really quite, like sports car driving, whatever, was really quite exhausting. And my gut feeling in my stomach, in here, all my body was saying, can we just go home? And I was like, no, I've booked the hotel, I've booked the skiing instructor. And I had 3 more warnings of like, the car didn't make it up to the hotel because of the snow. It was snowing and the hotel warned us to even go skiing. I had 3 warnings, and then I had this massive skiing accident in powder snow. Totally jammed, whatever. People had to get me out of the bindings, whatever. And I snapped 3 ligaments in my left knee. There were so many warnings that my body called in because it just wanted to go home. And my mind was saying, no, I really, really want to do it. And I mean, how many times in your life does your body tell you, actually, you're not really involving me in this equation. And can you maybe next time ask me what I want to eat, how I want to sleep, who I want to be with? I mean, how many times have you had sex because you think, oh yeah, I just really want to have them ticked on my list, but your body kind of refused to function?
Woo.
Have you ever asked your body, hey body, do you want to have sex with that person, or is it just me because he just looks really interesting? Have you?
Yeah. I probably have done that before many times when I was younger. I've been married for 30 years, so it's not been recent. But yeah, wow. That's so cool. That's such a cool way to look at that.
Yeah, in a way, we're all, if people, whoever watches this, how much do they know about access consciousness? We talk about infinite beings, and our body is in our infinite being, because infinite being is way greater and more expansive than the body. And at the same time, what do we need the bed for, the food for, the drinks for, the duvet for, the beautiful clothing? It's for our body in this reality, whether it's male or female, doesn't make a difference. So what does our body require? So every morning when I wake up, I actually ask my body, hey, body, what can I contribute to you today? And when you look at it, the body is kind of an extension of the earth. It's more or less the same elements, whether it's a tree, whether it's a human being, whether it's an animal, we're all coming from the earth. So by me asking my body, hey, body, what can I contribute to you? I literally ask the earth as well. It's the same energy. And then most of the time, my body says, oh, just relax.
I was just going to say, so when you ask that question, do you get an answer? Do you get an energy? Sometimes both, sometimes all of it. But like, can you talk about like when you?
Yeah, it's an energy. It's when you're trying to hold on to it and try to define it from what's between your ears. Very often, most of the time, it is a different energy. And when you're actually in your mind, you're trying to control everything. And what if you were totally out of control and out of any sort of definition and any conclusions and judgments and separations? It's like, oh my God, I've eaten too much pizza last night. Oh, I can't really close the button of my jeans. And what if the body really wanted to have that pizza last night? Because that made it really happy. So what do you look at? And as soon as you try to control your thoughts and your body through your mind, how can you even hear those whispers of the universe and of the earth on how to relax and what the next impulse or energy would be?
Well, how do you know if you're controlling? How do you know if you're using your mind versus like following the awareness or the energy?
Could it be that you have a really bad headache? Could it be that your body feels really tired? Could it be that your body tells you whatever? I've had it several times that actually I was literally tripping over, falling up the stairs at the castle in the Piedmont, tripping over some steps in front of my house that I used to live at for 20 years. And almost as if my body was saying, hello, can you please be present? Present now in this 10 seconds rather than, and I'm an expert on that. I'm like always sort of somewhere there. It's like, yeah, wait, in the future. It's like, we live now, we live in these 10 seconds. And when you are connecting with your body, I mean, the timers exercise here, the timers, that's where the monkeys are actually gaining strength before a fight or when they want to be a lot stronger inside. And when you hold your hand here or hold your two hands on somewhere on your body and really earth yourself, connect yourself with the feet on the ground, that's when you start sensing what it is like to be in your body. And then you can ask, hey, body, what do you require now? And you can sense that all these barriers are coming down and that you're connecting yourself with the earth. We call it restoration of communion with the earth. It's like being oneness.
Yeah. Well, my body's even relaxing right now with you talking about that and being a different energy, I guess. So
yes. So can you see also the way that I start talking a lot slower rather than sort of racing through the end?
Yeah.
And it's a totally different space. You can really relax into it. And when you lower your barriers and not really worrying about everything and going into your mind, how am I going to solve this problem? It's like your body shows you the way. The earth shows you the way.
That's awesome.
It's a totally different space.
Totally.
And then, so, and then obviously when you're then making a dis-ease in your body, what is a dis-ease? I mean, the word itself already says it. You're not at ease with your body, with your life. So a dis-ease, how often would that be a sign from your body? Okay, have a look at this, be present. Who does it belong to? Is it mine? Or should I just return it to sender? What is it? What do I do with it? Can I change it? And if so, what is the next step?
Wow, those are really great questions. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. And you also mentioned and when you're like about with relationship with your body about allowance. What is having allowance with your body?
Okay, do you know that when you were younger, or maybe even as you're growing older, that you you stand in front of the mirror and you have this most beautiful dress on or skirt or pair of jeans or whatever, and all you do is like, oh, maybe I should actually tuck my tummy in before I look in the mirror, and maybe this, maybe that, and you judge your body for whatever it might be. What if you were not only in allowance with whatever your body chooses to be, whether it's, I mean, you know, I've got size, not double D, but size D bra size. I never used to even wear a bra when I was 23. So somehow my body wanted to change. If I was not going into a diet to go back into those years, 10 years ago, what would my body say to that? What does your body require? And could you be in allowance with whatever your body would like to look at? And what it wants to eat. Once you are in allowance with your body, would that probably also be something where you're actually honoring your body to allow your body whatever it desires to be, and that you trust your body, that it will show you the way of what is a greater contribution for your body, but also for you and for the entire earth?
Yeah, that's like a co-creation. It's like, hey,
Yes,
best friend, what do you want to do today? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a series coming up end of August, Relationships Done Different series, which is actually the tango with your body, tango with your business, tango with your life. So normally you would say, okay, in tango, it's always the man who leads the woman in the dance. So when I tango with my body, what if that is like what you say, a co-creation? What if the most beautiful dance was to sort of maybe sometimes I lead it, maybe sometimes my body leads and whatever. And so it's never really one person leading everything. It's a co-creation and trusting your body that your body knows, but at the same time, you can also ask your body that your body trusts you, because you both are in oneness. Infinite being and body and infinite being. And what would that create in this tango called your life?
Yeah, oh, I love that. That's such a cool way to look at it, you know, because it's like you come into this life with this body and it's your best friend. It's like it's with you until you leave, you know, this planet, or, you know, like whatever happens. And it's such a cool way to look at like that tango that you lead one day, maybe it leads the next 5 minutes, and then wow, that's so much fun.
Hey, and can you imagine you're having a party, whether it's a party where people only dance tango or whatever it is, the party of your life. So do you know what it's like when you're sort of a bit insecure, not really knowing what's going on when you're younger? It's like, oh my God, I really hope that all people are coming. Oh my God, what if nobody comes? What if I'm not having fun, whatever? I mean, what is that going to create? Exactly that. So your point of view creates your reality. So when you keep judging your body all the time, because it's not as skinny as all those front covers of Vogue and Elle magazine, which are all worked at on Photoshop anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at Adele. Adele, the singer, she used to be fairly larger size. Now she's fairly skinny. I actually, my point of view, preferred her when she was slightly larger, because it really fitted her. It's just my point of view. It really fitted her character, the way she was singing. And at the same time, she was so present with this body, whatever it looks like. She's even present with a different body now, the one that she has now. So isn't that the beauty of anybody, whatever body looks like, whether it's short legs, long legs, big breasts, what do you call it, breasts and small bust, whatever. When you are so in oneness with your body, you can wear anything. You have a totally different presence. And people look at you and say, wow. And you do not have to have model measurements for that. Your oneness with your body.
Show up. Yeah, when you truly just show up.
Yes. Yeah, you just show that's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, that's me.
That is so awesome. Well, that kind of goes into like the next topic that that I wanted to ask you about, that you mentioned, is like gratitude with your body. So once you kind of like really create this communication in this best friend, you know, like magical co-creation, it's like, wow, gratitude really then does fall into place so much easier, instead of like, oh gosh, my butt's too big or my boobs. Instead of that, then when you have that allowance, like gratitude. So can you speak more to gratitude with your body?
Oh, yes, very much so, because it's not only the gratitude to say, oh, thank you that you look so fantastic in those pairs of jeans or the mini skirt or whatever. For me, the gratitude goes all the way. Also being grateful for all the, I mean, I had to have a hysterectomy in December 2020 because I had a fast-growing cancer in my ovaries.
Okay.
And it was like, oh my God, not another operation. I will never go back to hospital ever again. And I've had enough operations, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I was really grateful that my body showed me, hey, listen, you've really created some shit here. And at the same time, if you are so powerful to create such a fast-growing cancer that actually was gone within 1 second, okay, I had to have the operation, but at the same time, it stopped because I was having some sessions and I was looking at how powerful my body actually be. So even the shittiest situation, it's your body that also shows you, okay, look at this, and how quickly can you actually solve that issue or go into question or create something different. So being grateful for every single situation that you and your body have allowed yourself to have in your life. Whether
even
it's
cancer, that's amazing. Yeah, even cancer. Wow, that you can even just include that gratitude. So that's epic.
Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you for showing me. Oh, I mean, how many relationships did we have that didn't work out? And I've had a very long one, which was very controlling, very manipulative, whatever. And I've lost or let go of a lot of friends, so-called friends. But then that person actually showed me that these people were never my friends, because otherwise it would have still been here now. And those that are still here now, they are the ones who saw, okay, there were some changes needed. And everybody, and so many people were saying, oh yeah, that was really such a fuck up. And oh my God, you wasted 7 years of your life. And I said, you know what? I'm so grateful for this relationship, because that's what showed me the most about all the points where I was able to change and go stronger and stronger. And so what if you're grateful for those situations where your body shows you something totally different, but that you can have a look at? That's true gratitude. Not only thank you for the millions. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you get like with the opposite side of it? Does your body show you gratitude?
Yes. In a way, it shows me gratitude, for example, that it stops the cancer straight away. Even though
okay, like those magical moments,
just like that, or it goes really happy.
Gratitude, but wow, I wonder if I've been even willing to receive, like have allowance for that. Like, wow, I wonder how grateful my body is for me, and what does that even look like?
Hey, that's really interesting, because it's when you really truly look at, okay, what signs can I see, or what signs are there that shows when my body is grateful for me? That's interesting. Wow. What about, because I live at a small Bavarian lake. So when you cycle around the lake, it's about 25 kilometers. You can do it in an afternoon and even have 3 stops at a beer garden, ice cream parlor.
Can I come visit you?
Yes, please. Yes, do,
Okay.
do come over. It's so beautiful. And what if that is the gratitude, when you have this sort of tingly thingy, or going swimming at lunchtime and just dipping into the water and connecting you with the bottom of the lake and saying, okay, wow. And then you ask, for example, what Dane was suggesting is, Dr. Dane here, co-founder of Access Consciousness, he was saying, okay, how about you ask the earth to contribute to you? So I'm standing in the lake, in the water, and I'm asking the lake, the water, the fish, the mountains, the fields, the trees, the flowers, all to contribute to my body. And my body starts tingling all over and goes really calm and relaxed and almost melts into the lake, into the region, into the whole energy of this beautiful area here. And that's when you sense that your body is grateful. When you have the sensation of ease and relaxation, and no stress.
I have that right now with you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
About it. That to me is the energy of relaxation, and also the energy of gratitude. And that's when you're also truly vulnerable about the vulnerability is another one of the 5 elements of intimacy that we've just started talking about. the vulnerability about being totally present and seeing what is, and then asking, okay, is it relevant? Do I have to do something about it, or can I just sense it and perceive it?
Wow.
And know that I can just receive whatever comes out of it.
Yeah. And wow, I just got out of this too. What a great question. Like what you mentioned just a little bit ago, ask, wow, show me, body, what, show me. Like if you've never been, if it's something that you've never been aware of before, even for me, people are like, well, how do you know? I'm like, well, just ask. Body, show me when, like what that is for me. What is when you're showing me gratitude? Like, show me. And then just see what shows up.
So isn't this, and see what shows up. Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. You have two ways to lead your life. One way is a puzzle. You know the picture on the box. 4 corners, edges. Every single piece only fits into one spot, pre-cut by the person who produced the puzzle. Might not even have a picture on it that you've taken, might be a picture of somebody else. Okay. You work your way from the corners, from the edges inwards, and then you have the very last puzzle and you go, oh, and it goes sort of denser and denser, and say, okay, I've done it. So what? I destroy it and do exactly the same puzzle again. The other option would be, and what you were just saying about, and then I see what comes up. Your body is the very first piece of a huge mosaic that can be as huge as the universe, greater than the universe.
Wow.
That's you, your energy, your infinite being, and your body. And then you add wherever you like, wherever the energy is going, you add whatever color is in. You might be moving some stuff around. It might be gold, it might be gemstones, it might be money, it might be people, it might be beautiful sceneries, a lake, animals,
wonderful vehicle. I was lucky enough to meet you in person. You have a gorgeous vehicle, a car that you drive.
Your Porsche, Ferrari, your whatever, your horse. Yes, anything. It can be something materialistic. It can be an energy. So, and you move it around wherever you like, wherever it creates more and creates a greater space. So that's the beauty about what Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, was saying about, okay, whatever I do as next step, I always ask, okay, what's going to create greater here? And to me, that is part of this huge mosaic that has your personal shape. So what if your body is also the shape of what your mosaic actually requires right now? And it could be that your stomach changes and looks totally different tomorrow, or your face, or your whatever. So the body also keeps changing, just the same way as the earth keeps changing every 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like we all have like these ebbs and flows. Yes.
And what if that is also the allowance that you have with your body, and trusting your body, that your body will always know what creates greater right now?
Well, well, I love that, because like the next like thing I really wanted to ask you about, like you mentioned, like what does my body know? Like that was perfect how you just like we led into that with this beautiful of, adding what's next and show me and creating this mosaic piece. It's like inviting like, what does my body know?
There you go. As soon as you ask your body, and it's always good to have at least 2 spots, mostly three parts that you touch your body. You sit on the chair, you have your hands somewhere on the timers, on your shoulder, wherever you want, on your boobs. And you truly ask your body, okay, it's like when your mind doesn't stop and you have this natter and chatter up here, which 99% of it mostly is not yours anyway. So it's like asking, okay, who does it belong to? Then when you hold it here or something, and you truly ask, okay, body, what do you know here? And immediately with that question, at least for me, I start lowering my barriers and I go into my body, which is why it's nice to hold your body somewhere, your knee, your butt, whatever, or your boobs. I say,
my legs.
And your legs and your feet on the ground, or you stand on the grass with naked feet, or you're really connecting with the earth. And then you ask, body, what do you know here? Not trying to find an answer. And that's the next thing. It's like these questions are being sent out into the universe, and it's this tiny little energy, this whisper of a possibility of the universe from your body, from the earth, that will tell you. And it's like, oh, that person hasn't called me for a long time. Or that person called you and you have just had this fling of calling that person. How often has that happened to you?
Yeah,
and you can only hear those whispers when you're totally out of control and out of your mind.
Wow. Yeah.
That's when you ask your body, okay, what do you know here?
What do you know? Well, and your body can create miraculous things way beyond what you can ever even imagine.
It's really funny because I was holding a Relationships Done Different 2.5-day class here at the lake in winter, 20 centimeters of snow. And obviously that Relationships Done Different class also changes your body as well. And we were walking along the lake, you know, really cold, all white. And I was literally slipping, nearly fell into the lake, and basically did one of those knee folds right before the lake. And that's when it was time to ask my body, okay, body, what do you know here? And my body was saying so clearly with every molecule, get me here. Within a week, like within 2 days, I had a place to rent in a region where everybody says it's so difficult to find it. And I asked my body, okay, what do you know here? And I asked the apartment to find my body. 2 days later, I had this apartment, and within a week, I signed the contract. So that's the question. When there's something that you truly, truly, truly desire, have you ever asked your body to contribute to get it? Have you?
Oh, I have, but I wonder if I have. But I wonder, you know, like we just were talking earlier before the podcast about flights, and it's like, no long flights. My body would love to be first class or business class to have more ease with the travel. And it's like, body, make it happen. Show me what's next. Where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? What energy can I be? What can contribute to me? Yeah. Wow.
You know, the two of us were on a really amazing class together with Shannon O'Hara and David Kubas, Right Riches for You, at the castle in Castello di Casalbolgrone in Italy. And do you remember David was talking about, and I think it was Vladica who was on the microphone, about booking an economy ticket and hoping for an upgrade, or booking whatever and hoping for an upgrade. I didn't mention it in the class, but what I did last year is when I was flying over to Mexico for my ABC, I asked my body, okay, body, how do we do this? Book economy, hope for a thingy, or, you know, long haul flight, masks, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And my body said, just pay for the first class ticket. So I asked for the money to show up. The money did show up. I just paid for the first class ticket. It's a totally different energy to hoping to get an upgrade and being on the waiting list. And your body's going, well, why do I have to wait? I just want to have first class. So I booked it. And the funny thing is, all the bonus points and whatever came afterwards from that first class ticket got me so many points, so many e-vouchers that now I can actually fly 6 times and have free upgrades just from that one first class ticket. Brilliant. So it's like, there's a bit of maths behind it, which I love anyway. But at the same time, now I really had my body chose just book the ticket. Yeah. So your
body knows.
Yeah. And my body knows. And it knew what it was creating energy wise when you just know I've just paid for the first class ticket. Yeah, it worked. And the money showed up as soon as you know that it's so congruent with your body.
Well, you're so magic, and that's magic. And
it's just
so much for this conversation about bodies. And I know like you have so many other things too, like you mentioned, another relationship done different coming up with the tango. If people are listening to this, how can they find you?
They can find it on my website. It's www.chrissydorn.com, and you'd probably mention it under the thingy. Yeah, it's actually a 3-part series. Awesome. Tango with your body, your business, and with your life.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And depending on what it is, if you're finding this in the future, go to her website and see what else she has going on if you missed the tango. If not,
Yes.
Sounds like fun. The tango with your body. Da, 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 da. Sounds so much fun.
And you know, the funny thing is, one thing I wanted to mention, my very first Relationships Done Different class,
Yeah.
I attended in Vienna with Simone Millasas and Brendan Watt, who were both writing the book Relationship, Are You Sure You Want One? I went there because I wanted to improve my relationship with my business partners.
Oh.
But then the other thing is, when you look at relationships all together, it's like with your body, with people, with your mobile phone, with your stuff, with your food, with everything, with money, with your business, with your bank account. It's all a relationship. So what if the title Relationships Done Different is truly something completely different to what you ever imagined what these classes would be like? I love it. I love this topic.
I do too. You're so amazing with this. I am so excited that I got to be on here with you. Thank you so much, Chrissy.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see you very, very soon.
I will see you somewhere very soon. Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.